can already predict the comments people will make. Did you go here? Did you go there? Oh, you should go there. You should do this. And oh, why didn't you see that? Jeez. I can already predict how I'm going to have to defend the fact that I didn't see everything and do everything on everybody's list. First of all, I'm trying to do this only for the price of gas. I'd like to find a path through the mountains without having to go south and around. But I think that would go about as well as when Gandalf tried it. This looks like a place that pirates crash land. There we go. Listen when the waves go back out. All the little rocks make their own little crashy wave sound. Here it goes. Isn't that cool? I gotta say, if you're looking to vacation in some foreign land, New Zealand is a pretty good option. If for no other reason other than this is what peak season looks like. We're at the absolute numerical peak of when people want to go on vacation here. It's empty. It's empty. That's what I'm saying. Is you saw 3 cars stuck in line, and I've got 1 car way ahead of me, and that's it. It's just empty. Just us. This is peak season. I always forget to record these things ahead of time. I'm gonna go jump off that bridge. Of course, I didn't get video of it myself, but it looked a lot like this. I took every precaution I could think to carefully make sure that I considered the options and decided carefully if I was going to jump and how. And
do it! Just do it!
Carefully hid my clothes over in the bushes on the other side where nobody would find them and steal my stuff. And my pants can zip off the legs and become shorts. And I didn't want to walk the kilometer back to the car. And so I carefully took everything out of my pockets and put it in the shoes and thought that I had taken every precaution. And then I walked over to the bridge to jump off, and there was like more than 20 people on the bridge. So I did what I was told by the little sign that said the bridge would snap in half. And I waited. And then when it was clear, I went over there, I started climbing over the fence, and some Frenchman started freaking out in French and telling his buddies, look, look, look. And so somewhere there's a video of this pasty white guy climbing over the fence to jump in the water. It was going from dry and warm into whoosh, like really cold water that I think starts out as glacier water, but is warmed a bit as it comes down through shallow riverbeds. But still pretty cold. And then I swam over to the edge, and that was hard. Trying to keep, take a breath without breathing in the water. And so I, all the way over, trying to breathe when it's too cold to breathe. And get over to the side, up the bank, get dressed, walk something like a kilometer back to the car. And just as I arrive at the car, I realize, where are my keys? So I go back, and the whole time I'm walking back, I'm thinking like, oh no, this is the end of the world. And by the time I get there, I mean, it is a hustle to get that kilometer done. By that time, transition from thinking it's the end of the world into already thinking strategies. Okay, maybe I'm going to sleep. I can break into my car and then maybe hotwire the car. And if that doesn't work,
have you thought about killing yourself?
Maybe I'll buy the electric car I wanted to buy and drive it all the way back to Auckland, or maybe I'm thinking flights. I'm starting to make plans on how I'm going to get out of this. I mean, I got 2 minds. I'm kind of thinking, what if I find it? I'll be okay. I get there, I start looking through the bushes carefully and looking in the trails and looking exactly where I dressed and exactly where I put my shoes on. And I cannot find it anywhere. And finally I give up and I think, oh my gosh, okay, so maybe what if I didn't take the keys out of my pocket when I jumped? And so I go up onto the bridge, I look down, and this is what it looks like. I knew exactly where I jumped. I knew exactly, where to look down at, and I could see the keys at the bottom of this, I don't know, 4 meters down. I don't know how deep it was. I could see my keys, but I had wasted so much time futzing around in the bushes looking for them that everybody who was swimming was now going home. The sun had just tipped over the hilltop. And so all those people were going home, and I started going around kind of asking, okay, hey, does anybody have any goggles? Hoping that somebody was still going to be swimming or willing to just, I can see underwater and jump in anyway. And I got lucky. As I was leaving, everybody had said no. One guy started quietly walking down there, and he kind of shouted up to me, hey, where are they? And I'll point them out. Thank you, man. I'll thank you. I'll point them out. And it was a stream. The flow of water meant that wherever I pointed, he was always, 3 meters off. I had to tell him, like, okay, 9 meters up, just so that he would swim far enough to get like three meters, and then would be above it. And he finally could see them. And then he had to swim down the, whatever it is, 4 meters or something. And first try he missed, and second try he got him. So you can see where I mean, it was right out of the movies that this strange, nice man was just, going to his fishing river, and that there were really people like fishing there with their poles and stuff, and then found the ring of power in the riverbed straight out of the movie. So I thanked him. He's from Australia, so I'm never going to see him again. I could drive home. I didn't have to break into my own car or abandon my vehicle or any other crazy thing, but I found the keys.
Abracadabra, Holmes.
It's too much coincidence. Truly, this is the ring of power, and it is my precious. But you wouldn't believe how it came back to me. Does it make me sound on? Or Mordor, the other guy? Plus, Shadowfax and the light swamps thing with the dead people. I don't know if I'm halfway through this adventure or quarter of the way, but I'm in some stunning landscape, just amazing, and it's been coincidentally very Middle-earth-like. I think I just met Smeagol. Remember when Samwise Gamgee is trying to help with the ring and he says, share the load, in all slow motion? The instructions said drive immediately for 5 miles. So I've picked a loop on the map, and I'm going to go in circles and circles and circles. I kind of wanted to kill some more time without killing more gas. So this morning, I'm going to lots and lots of effort to fix this tire, and it hasn't worked. Now I'm going to change the tire because I've got a spare in the back that came with the car 3 years ago, and I really hope that it, works and doesn't have holes in it. And if I have to, I'm gonna go to some sort of local shop and see if they can fix my flat. This is pretty obviously the area where they had that scene with where they were chasing the orcs. He says, their pace has quickened. My own lunch today, a bunch of cherries. Such a Lord of the Rings experience. Look at that, there's an eagle. But in the dinosaur egg looking mushroom is that. Finally found the beach. Came down from the hills, walked for a bit on this trail, and found the beach. It's beautiful. It's secluded. I'm gonna sit right down there in the shade and read some more Lord of the Rings. Okay, remember that scene where they go into the giant spider cave, and there's only one way in and no way out, and they fight for their lives, and it's really scary? I think I'm going to count that. Because me and one-way roads, one-way streets in the middle of downtown, I hate them. There's only one way in and they're trying to kill me. Anyway, I'm going to count that. Pretty good place to wake up in 2023.
I'm trying my best, honey.
My little saga continues. See the dirty hands? So as long as they let me onto the boat, as long as my tire holds air long enough that I don't like roll up with a flat tire, I don't think they'd be cool with that. And I've got this spare can in case that gives me any issues. I'm gonna throw this in and be like, I'm all good. And then if I have to roll off with like a flat tire, what else can you do except roll off with a flat tire? Hopefully it holds air. Right now I went and checked and doesn't seem to be leaking any air. So if it just holds, then I'm good.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.